All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? This is No Fucks Given Radio, right? This is not the No Fucks Given Hour, though I still am the unknown factor. I've got Frank Nitty. Bleh. Sorry, Frank, I just had 4T pulled a little while ago. I'm still kind of adjusting to it. This is Nitty from Project Born, though, man. We just kind of wanted to discuss what's going on in the world nowadays, which Frank, I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to let you start as far as I don't, which one do you choose from to go into this conversation?
The autistic kid and his therapist.
No, I take that back. Frank, no, yeah, my wife made a great choice. The autistic kid's therapist.
Oh, man. That was crazy, man. I seen that, man. I'm sitting there looking like, are you really fucking kidding? Man, he lay on his back and still get shot. And still you got the kid sitting there and it's like he needs help. And the police don't look at the situation and be able to judge it differently. That didn't make sense.
Yeah, dude, there's so much.
That just didn't make sense whatsoever, man.
Yeah, there's so much right now.
We go through so many, right? There's so much shit going on in the world, you know. So much police brutality and it's a lot of other shit. Like I had a discussion with my homeboy from Germany this morning. You know, we have little discussions, you know, every now and then in the morning. He's from Germany and shit. There's a lot of shit going on over in Germany, man. That people, I guess in the U.S., you know, some people may be aware of, maybe not. There's a lot of terrorist attacks and going on in Munich, Germany, and you know where they coming in malls and stabbing and shooting and stuff is blowing up. I mean, it's crazy over there. I'm saying like, man, you know, be safe, man. Be aware of your circumstances and everything you get over there, man. Just stay aware of stuff because stuff is happening crazy all over the world, you know. So you know, I want to show some love to them over there in Germany, man. You know, they going through some hardships too, you know, and it's crazy because a lot of innocent people are getting killed behind it, and it just doesn't make sense, man. This world is just going crazy.
Well, and who do we have live on the air when the thing in France happened?
Oh, I don't remember it.
I'm sorry, whoever it was that I had live on the air, but you know what I'm talking about, somebody ran over like 80 fucking people in France, and then they apparently set the goddamn Eiffel Tower on fire. There was a fire right at the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's, man, it just, you know, we can talk about what's going on here, but that's just going on everywhere. And I'm talking about this, I haven't seen this much evil, man, in one little session of a year. I've seen so much evil since this year. And it's so much. I mean, this is just pathetic, man. It just doesn't make sense, man. It's Jesus. That's the people that really, 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 really need their souls checking, man. This is getting crazy out here.
You know, I look, Frank, you're religious, right?
Stop.
Huh?
You're religious, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I believe in being the higher power. I believe in God, and you know, I believe in faith. Got a million. Hey, I know firsthand. I'm gonna tell you that. You know, so okay, go ahead.
Yeah. See, man, I don't know. I've got a very odd perspective on that, dude, because I look at religion and I think it was created to control more than anything else, especially based on the chaos you've seen come from it. I mean, because if you look at a lot of the things that are going on now, whether it's ISIS or, you know, just it's some jihad shit. You know what I'm saying? It's motherfuckers declaring holy war. And that's what I see a lot of it. And you've either got that where it's a religious basis or it's based on race in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if me and you were standing in the same room, you know, me being like, well, fuck you, you're black. And you'd be like, well, fuck you, you're white. Like, what sense does that make, Frank? We're both human. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But, you know, we were saying, you know, the person I am, you know, that kind of encounter wouldn't come across You know, I have love for white people
Oh no,
just as much as I do black folks.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but my difference is I don't care what color you are. If you're a good motherfucker, if you're a good motherfucker, then you're a good motherfucker. I deal with you. Now, this asshole is all races. So, you know, when people go around like, man, the white folks are doing this, the white folks are doing this, the Asians are doing this, the Mexicans are doing this. No, you're damn right. It's pieces of every race doing a little bit of something. It's assholes in every race. I be sitting back looking like, you know, I deal with cool people who, you know, if I don't deal with you, then it's some reason that I don't. I'm that kind of person. I don't deal with like too much BS. You know what I'm saying? I deal with people according to how you treat me. I don't care. You can go back and say, man, well, such and such is the asshole over here. I'm like, well, you know, for some reason, you know, y'all ain't seeing eye to eye. But that's not going to be the reason I'm not going to give them a square shake. You see what I'm saying? I deal with people according to how they deal with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I do it. And I don't too much run around hooping and hollering, shooting, doing all this crazy stuff. I respect people, and I get respect back on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I kind of run my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't get too much caught up in this race thing, even though you know it's racial shit that goes on. We know it. Everybody knows it. It's racism all over. But at the end of the day, it's a fight that we're still fighting. You know what I'm saying? But for equality, period. And we're gonna fight that forever. So, but at the end of the day, man, it's just there's just a lot of cold people, man. There's just a lot of cold people in this world, man. And I don't know what's going on with this generation of people. It's a cold world out there right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's cold as hell.
Yeah, see, and God, Frank, I fucking look. I kind of hate having these conversations, and I like with you, with Kane, with Asia. I don't give a fuck with fucking anybody with the fucking Native and the 8 motherfuckers I had last time we got on the air on NFGR and kind of addressed this situation. And I just hate having them because more than anything, dude, and let me ask you, sincerely, what do you think as a whole society, and I don't mean just America, I mean the fucking planet, what can we do to try and, because you're not going to make it perfect. You're never going to do that. Humans are fucked up.
Right.
That's just the truth of it. What do you think we can do, dude, to make it to where it's not what it is now? Because I know fucking 10 years ago, it wasn't this. You know, I was 22. Yeah. I remember that shit.
Yeah. Well, it's just a simple solution, man. It really is. And it's simple as treat each other the way you want to be treated. It's a simple solution. That's a simple solution. Don't go out and talk over no more words that you don't want to get fucked up. Don't treat nobody the way you don't want to be treated. It's that simple. That's plain and simple. If we ever going to get that, no, probably not. But it's that simple.
See, but man, how the fuck do you get that to where everyone thinks like that, man? I mean, really, especially because look, I've been in this shit. Yeah, I've been in this music biz for a very short time with the radio and writing and everything. And you've been in an extended period of time, dog. And I know you've had problems with motherfuckers on just that level with your music and whether they wanted to just hate on you because especially back when you guys got signed to Psychopathic and they just wanted to get shitty with you with that or where you guys went from there forward. People just wanted to be like, well, fuck you because, no, you shouldn't be there. And dude, why? I don't get that.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to run across encounters like that. And like I say, everybody has an opinion. And, one thing you get in the music business, you can't hold every opinion, hold every opinion, hold weight in your mind. Because if you do, it's going to start fucking with you. It's just something that really, that somebody says about me that I really know is not true. I don't too much get into the argument of fussing with it, trying to prove them wrong. Because everybody who knows me knows, that's not him. I know it. You know what I'm saying? I done seen, somebody say, Nitty blew me off at the gas, or Nitty blew me off this day. He wouldn't even fuck with me or wouldn't time my stuff for me, this and that. Everybody who knows me knows that that's not true. I fought for everybody. I ain't never not tried something that somebody wanted. I ain't never not talked to anybody who didn't want to be talked to at a certain point. I never ever turned my back if I really could do it and you really needed me. You know what I'm saying? So, you can't let everybody's opinion hold weight, and you gotta people gonna say some things, and then some things are gonna materialize that are not true about you. That's one thing about the game that you got to understand. You got to embrace that when you get a platform, there's gonna be opinions. This ain't good. I don't like this. I can respect you not liking some of my music.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some things you're gonna like. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some things you're gonna like. It's gonna be some you don't. Hell, it's some my own shit that I don't like, and some shit I like. Some shit I like better than others. So I mean, when I was making it, the idea when we started making it, I thought it was good at the time. But then I go back and listen to the album, I'm like this ain't. I got favorite song. That's all I don't listen to. I'm my own shit. So everybody has an opinion. I don't get too caught up in opinion. Say this, okay, that's cool. Y'all should have been on fucking better. Y'all should still be on fucking better. Y'all should, everybody gonna have opinions, but I still help people who need advice and come up to me and ask me anything. If you talk about anything about the game, I've been here 20-something years, and I'm still rolling. Still get paid to do shows. Still go to gatherings. Just left the gathering. Still do shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of knowledge to give people, and I do give it whenever. I don't be like, oh, man, you got to pay for that. You don't have to pay for knowledge. That's my job to the next level of people, to pass it on. That's what I tell people. If I teach them something, or when I take them on my wing, say, man, you don't owe me nothing. The only thing you do, make sure you pass it on to the next level of people that's coming up so this game never dies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I feel you. And then as far as, look, I seen some of them live streams you did from the Gathering, dog, and I seen you hooking up motherfuckers with deals, Frank. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I'd have been there.
we should be hooking it
up. Damn, for real. So
man, we're hooking it up, man. We hooking it up.
Well, man, I gotta ask though, so I mean, you've been in Gathering for years. Do you see a change in the Gathering from what it was to what it is now? And I mean, just as a whole, just from, because there's a change in society. That much is obvious.
Yeah.
Has it affected the Gathering?
Yeah, I mean, it was, back when we first started, the first gathering was 2000. It was a lot smaller in Novi, Michigan. We was in that one. Then we was in the 10th year. Yeah, and then, this is 17. A lot of them probably, I say 7, each 7. And, I say, it's just get younger, start younger people. The love ain't like it used to be. It's still love now. It's still love out there, but it's not as pure as it used to be. Us older school, old school family, they were way more considerate of each other, more respectful to each other than it is now.
Man, me and oh god damn it, I'm so terrible and do so many interviews, Nitty. I can't remember everybody. Fucking shit, motherfuck. Wicked Whitey, right? We're having an interview last night, and we actually got into that whole the new school, old school fam thing and all that, and how there's everybody claims a separation between that. And I'll tell you, man, and this is just a theory of mine, but I think it has a lot to do with the fact that the motherfuckers that were the old school juggalos, you know what I'm saying? And I include myself in this, y'all. I do. I include myself in this statement because I stopped going to concert 12 years ago, and I didn't start going to them again until 2 years ago. So I was not there and present. But I think that there were these new kids coming in, and everybody was just like, oh, listen to the music, and let them completely and totally form their own opinion and didn't even help them guide along the way at all. And I just read something from, I'm not going to say who it was, for real, I won't put him on a spot like that. Though he put it up on Facebook, so I don't think it matters. So fuck it, actually, it was psychotic. and I agree with him. People were posting, if you don't gather, you don't matter.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the wife,
Yeah.
and I think it's a lot to do, man. I hate to say it. I think it's got to do with this new generation, and I don't mean just juggalos when I say that either. I mean across the fucking board. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, everybody can't afford to gather, man. The gather is not cheap. You know what I'm saying? Gather, it takes a lot of money to maintain it together. You know what I'm saying? So you, after you pay your tickets, just say you and your girl choose to go, and that's $400 off top, $380. Then you think you gotta have tents, you gotta have ice, you gotta have water, you gotta this, or if you choose to buy food there, it's expensive as hell. It's not cheap. Everybody can't afford to gather. Everybody can't afford to take off work together. So I think kind of that's a bold statement in a way. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? The man was saying it, but
No. The statement that if you don't gather, you don't matter. That wasn't made by Psychotic. I want to clear that up. Psychotic did not say that. Psychotic was saying, "Fuck you if you say that," because that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That was Psychotic being like, y'all are on some bullshit for saying that because, kids,
right,
money,
okay,
all that, yeah.
Yeah, I seen the statement somewhere. I know what you're talking about. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, saying that towards the man Psychotic. It was more or less whoever make that statement, it's like I say, everybody can't afford to gather. Everybody can't afford to take time off work and spend thousands of dollars together. Some people can. Some people hustle. Some people work all year long and try to save money for that. Some people don't have responsibilities like that. Some people can, some people can't. But don't knock the people who can't. Don't say, well, they're not just as big as fans because they don't gather. Hell, hey, them people might have bought all the TVs or something. You don't know. And it's crazy. I've seen that somewhere, and it's crazy. I think this generation of juggalos, like it's a different brand of music. And I think in society total, in society total, everybody started to make it cool to be drug addicts. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, I ain't got nothing business with what motherfucker doing his own time, his own business, his own dollar. That's that. Yeah. But I think it's changing with people glorifying, popping pills or doing lean or glorifying this and glorifying that. And everybody say, fuck, we just do that. And then they think that, okay, this is the coolest shit. Then they start, when their life starts to turn left or turn right or turn different, then, it's all these excuses like, well, you know what? You can listen to the music, but sometimes don't take the shit so serious. Some motherfuckers say, man, I jumped off of a desk, I jumped off a cliff, I jumped off a house or something. Don't go jump off a damn house. It's fucking music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I mean, look. Yeah, because I got a track called Little Trip. And I pray to God no one ever takes that motherfucker literally, because I'll be like, dude, do I look like an alien? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I'm a human being. Come on, Jesus Christ. Right,
but and sometimes, like, now, like in my music, I always try to get a message across in certain enough tracks on the album to make, people, can listen to something and say, man, you know what? Man, when I heard that, man, that kind of changed. Or when I heard this song, then that kind of helped me out here, or they kind of helped me out here. Like I think like our last album we dropped, man, I think we made it more personal than we ever had. I think we kind of got more into our own life, and with some deaths. We had some deaths of some people that was close to the family, and it, I think you can see the reflection in the music and how the album played out. So when you kind of listen to it, you're gonna see a couple songs like it was really personal, and some people, sometimes when music is kind of my therapist, and there's nothing that I can't. When you have issues or you're pissed off, some days you might just go to the room and write, and it makes everything better because you spill that shit out instead of just going breaking everything or fucking shit up.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah, I fully agree with you on that, man. So, man, let me propose this question, right? Because, like I said, we're talking about this new generation and how it is and how it's just it's more fucked. I mean, to be real honest, I don't know another word to use unless I just wanted to be nicer. But this is NFGR, and goddamn it, I ain't got no time for niceties for motherfuckers that are gonna go randomly shoot people for no other reason than, as far as I can tell, just rage and stupidity. You know, which is an issue. I mean, I know it's been going on throughout the whole of human history. We've always had violence. We always will have violence because it's ingrained in our nature to a certain point. We have to deny our nature to become a peaceful race. And I get that. But I, in part, do think that the internet and social media, more than anything, has made it to where people are so more likely to be hateful. And that makes it to the point where they're like, oh, well, I can take it to the next step because I did this online. But they don't really realize what the next step is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Internet has helped and hurt the world in so many ways. I mean, it has helped and hurt in so many ways. Like, just think about it. You know, since the internet and social media kicked in, a lot of, like, relationships don't last. You know what I'm saying? Because more people have access to more people, and they let more people in on their business than they should. And then that lets people creep right in and start to mess up what you got going on. A lot of people start talking tougher because they're behind a keyboard. No, everybody has an opinion. You know, back then there wasn't, a lot of people didn't have opinions. A lot of people had opinions, but you didn't hear about them. So you never know what kind of idiots they were. Then you get, I mean, it's good as far as, promoting and being able to get a lot of people to see what's going on in the world and catch up with your old people and all that. But there's a lot of bad that came with that social media, man. It ain't gonna get no better, man, because it ain't gonna get no better. Social media is right now the tops of the world. Everybody gets most of their information from social media. Some of it be correct, some of it don't. And they sit around, and then some people want to ride like all their businesses sitting in the street because you put it there. And social media I think, might be the biggest problem in this nation right now. Why a lot of things don't stay together, a lot of things don't last. Social media.
And man, I agree.
It just is.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was in Egypt, right? That they.
The revolution.
Yeah, the revolution. Yeah, where they ended up being able to overthrow the guy he'd been dictating that motherfucker for like fucking ever, dude. I mean, this has been a couple years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I think it was Gaddafi. That sounds right in my head, but I might be wrong, Frank. Don't hold me to that. But I mean, it was in Egypt, and it was a guy that was ostensibly a dictator. So you see aspects like that, but I agree, dude. They're so outnumbered by someone going on and being like, oh, you're a fag, or oh, you're retarded, or oh, you're a fucking moron, and they're saying these things out of, dude, I don't even know what the fuck they're saying them out of, for real. Because look, if you watch my fucking Facebook, dog, I hardly post shit, right? Every once in a while, I'll go on my Unknown Factor page, and I'll type fucking a paragraph out. That's like once a month, max. And it's normally about, like, holy shit, I can't believe how this fucking blew up, and I love it. But if I'm going to state my opinions, I'm going to do it right here with this mic in front of me, where you can hear me, you can hear my voice, you can hear like, fuck, give me a minute. I'm going to get a camera so you motherfuckers can watch me while I'm doing this shit, too. That's just how I would prefer to do it. Because standing behind a keyboard like that, fuck, Frank, it's spineless, isn't it, really? I mean, what else do you call it? Yeah, you're right. Everybody got an opinion behind the keyboard. The thing is, could you say the same thing if you was right in the face of the person that you had to say it to? I do it like a lot of, when I get on the internet, I post me my kids up most of the time, it's, I don't too much comment on too much, nothing like this, except on, like, a lot of sports sites.
So we doing that. We argue about sports. You know, everybody has their opinion about sports. So we think it's better, this and that. We have our arguments. You know, I don't take it too far. Motherfuckers, y'all I don't try to get that far. But you know, we have our discussions, and then you know, if that, you know, there's that. You know, everybody has an opinion. I don't knock nobody for their opinion or belief in who they believe is better on this or who they believe is better with that. That's your opinion. But for me, like, you know, I don't too much try to put my whole life on. I don't go live. The first time I was going live, like at the gathering, you know what I'm saying? Went live a little bit. You know, I ain't too much keen on letting somebody know my whereabouts all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I am.
No.
You know the bad thing with that, Frank, if your phone's got a battery in it permanently, they can find out where you are. You know that, right?
Yeah, but they gotta do a lot more work than if I'm lying. Oh, I'm sitting at I'm in the middle of Columbus, Ohio right now at the mall, and this and that. You know, you see me right there. You know I'm right there. You ain't got to go through doing all this other homework with that you have to do. If I just got a battery in my phone and we got to track him, we got to do this, we got to do that. If I'm live, you know I'm right here. You can see me. I'm right there. You know, there's a difference. It's easy to find you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know I'm right there. It's not going to be like, you know, they tracked him here, or we heard, or somebody done said he was down here. No, when I'm going live and you see, I'm at this mall, you see the picture of the mall, you see me walking in, you see the store, you know I'm right there. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Let's get out the mall and get Nitty. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I just ain't, you know, I'm kind of old school, man, so I'm not keen to let people know where I'm at all the time. You know, just, you know, 'cause you never know, you know, who's trying to do what, you know, at any time. You know, I don't worry about it. Like I say, you know, I stay prayed up, and I always believe, like, you know, I ain't going to leave before my time. So, you know, I don't too much worry about it. You know, I go on with life. I go anywhere I want to. Anywhere I'm in Flint, one of the roughest cities in America, you know. Shit, I go where I want to go. Just me and my kids. I don't go with a bunch of niggas, you know. I don't travel that way. I travel me and my kids most of the time. You know, I'm a full-time father. I do the father thing. So, you know, that's me most of the time.
I just gotta ask you. I just gotta ask you in that case, Frank, man. And I get that, dude, because for real, it's usually me, my wife, and my kid. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Unless we're going up to a bar show, because then, you know, they won't allow the 7-year-old for some reason. I don't know why they won't allow the fucking 7-year-old in the bar, Frank. It's bullshit. I'm just kidding.
Right. So, you know, they ain't gonna let that happen.
Yeah, I get that, man. But even traveling like that, dude, for real, like just you and your family, with everything you see going on in the world, from all these shootings to, you know, the shit in France to the shit that happened down in Florida that was supposedly an ISIS attack, which, frankly, I'm not sure if I believe that it was or not, to the shit you just told me about in Germany. And fuck, why is it every time I speak to someone about this shit, I learn about more bullshit going on in the world? Jesus, just...
People's fucking crazy.
God. Doesn't it worry you a little bit, dude, even to take your family out like that? I mean, I know to a certain degree you've got to be like, well, fuck it, I'm going to live because I'm not going to let terrorism win. That's my opinion. Because the second you're not willing to go out and do that shit, that means terrorism is working and we're all fucked, right? But doesn't it just bother you a little, dude, realizing that shit? Like, I mean, fucking goddamn Dark Knight. This has been years ago, but that fucking theater got shot up by some fucking nut job for I don't know what reason.
At the theater. Yeah, you know, I you know, something like, even when I go to the movies now, sometimes I be cautious of stuff. I'm looking at everything. You know, like, you know, people standing around, or people just standing around for no reason, whatever, or something. You know, you just see this just real tired. But my awareness is just up. You know what I'm saying? Awareness is up. But what I do is, like I say, you know, I got faith in God. You know what I'm saying? And He's not gonna take me off this earth no quicker, no sooner than I gotta be. So, you know, I'm very calculated with places I go. I don't go many places. I don't be out in the streets like that, you know. You know what I'm saying? I got older, you know, in the streets. I did a lot of that when I was younger. I'm I'm good with the streets, you know what I'm saying? So what I do get my kids and we go out, we go places, we might go to the movies, go to the mall, or stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna be like, well, somebody gonna come in here with a knife or something, or you know, hope to shoot it up. Hell, that can happen anywhere. Yeah. You know, hey, I got my faith in that you know that God's gonna protect me in them, and you know, and it is what it is. You know, Flint, man, down here in Flint, man, it's crazy. You know, so I think like yesterday alone, it was like about 5 or 6 shootings yesterday. Somebody was murdered Sunday morning. You know, Flint is crazy enough. You know what I'm saying? Flint gets crazy. This is one of the top as far as crime goes. But you know, it's sometimes it's the times you roll out. It's being calculated with your spots and the people you choose to hang with and things you choose to do. You can't fuck with everybody. You don't know what everybody's up to. So I keep, you know, with my secure family, my kids, and you know, and I'm good with that. You know.
Yeah, dog, I get you. That's why, even in this endeavor that I've entered into, it's pretty much me and the wife. That's who I roll with, because in all sincerity, I mean, how do you know who to trust? Especially being someone in, like, my situation who is looking at these motherfuckers like, you know, they've been in this 16, 25, 10 years, whatever. How the fuck do I know who to trust? Nitty, you know what I'm saying?
You never know. You never know fully. You know what I'm saying? But you always, there's certain people you've been dealing with forever. And you know they kind of lifestyle, the way they deal with people, you know, the way they are, you already know, this guy over here, he grinding his heel. Leave that motherfucker away from me. He gonna get his ass killed. I'm gonna have to fuck him up, or somebody else gonna have to come around and fuck him up, and maybe in the process have to fuck me up, you know. But that's why I leave, you know, that. I got a few, few real friends, few real friends, you know, that I deal with, and outside that, you know, I don't too much deal with that. I do with the kids, taking the kids to work, you know, the school when the school's in. We might hit the movie, might hit the mall, might hit a restaurant, something like that, you know. But that's basically what it is. You know, shit. You can't, you know, things like that. Like I say, I stay prayed up. You know, I got faith. I've got faith. I live my life totally on faith, man. That seems to have got me by, you know, for a long time. So I'm gonna ride the waves.
Hell yeah, dog. And look, God, Frank, you definitely fucking grabbed onto that motherfucker. I don't know where you got your board at, dog, but you was like, I see a wave, and you jumped on.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like I learned when I was younger, man. You should go to church a lot when you were younger, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't too much go as you know now. But one thing I kind of got to understand how the church game is starting to go. You know, I think it's more money. I think I'm gonna say, you know, a lot of churches are grabbing money from people, and they're not really putting it back to communities like that. You know, when you go and you got preachers and they got private jets and they riding 2016 cars and this and that. They riding better than you, and you know they don't seem to be all correct. That's not the reason why I don't go. I do go to church sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I've been sometimes. But, you know, most time I sit in my room on a Sunday morning and play my music, sit back and just relax and just let my mind breathe, you know. Cause, you know, I ain't the holiest guy in the world, but, you know, I got enough faith in God and that I trust that He's going to protect me and guide me wherever I need to be. So, you know, I know some things that happen. You know, everything got to be good, and I don't say, well, God's reason. It's not that. You know, a lot of people are like, well, why would God let this happen? Why would God let that happen? Like, dude, a lot of this stuff is man-made problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's bad people. You know what I'm saying? It's good and it's bad people. You wouldn't know what good was without bad. It's just the way it is. So they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, I take some, you know what I'm saying? Take some of the situations that you had, you're like, damn, if I'd have made a different decision, you know, maybe life would have been different. You know, and it all comes to a role where you make your own decisions. You know, and God kind of gives you that, okay, well, look, I'm going to get you to choose this or this. You choose this or this. And you're going to make your choices in your life and play out that way. You know, there's going to be some good, there's going to be some bad. You know, so I take the good with the bad, and I'm kind of thankful for what I got, and I don't too much BS about what I don't. Hey, he knows my situation. He's always on time. You know what I'm saying? Every time that I need anything to happen around here, he's always on time. I can't complain at all. I could have been one of the people did yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Hey, me waking up was a blessing. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I get you. I'll tell you what, though. That's like, and you brought up preachers and just the fact that, they got fucking private jets and shit and all that. And I'll tell you, the problem I have with that, dog, is you see motherfuckers like that, right? And I'm sure there's motherfuckers up in the Flint area that got way more goddamn money church-wise, right? And they ain't helping the community, right?
Right.
Dude.
If you give up all your money to the church, you give them your 10% or whatever, then what happens when everybody gets put out, or your consumer is about to be cut off? Can you go to them and say, I need help? And they help you?
Look, dude.
That's just a question,
No, dude, I don't think they would. And that's what terrifies me about, especially that situation up where you at, Nitty and Flint, man. Because I can't tell you how many artists I've interviewed that have toured up in that area and everything have gotten up there. And they collect water, you know what I'm saying, just from wherever they're at, like whether it be Frank Nitty, or sorry, Nitty. Fisticuffs, his name's Frank too. Sorry, dog. Fisticuffs told me a story about him being in a fucking Walmart and the bullshit he dealt with just trying to collect water to take up to Flint.
Yeah.
And when I heard that story, I'm like, how in the fuck does this corporation who said they're out for good, they're out for the better, and this and that, and then they're fucking treating fucking Fisticuffs like that, knowing he's just trying to collect water to take up to Flint because the situation is what it is. And I know you're right, dude, as far as without good, or without the evil, you would never recognize good. That's true. It's just like without light, there is no darkness. I mean, but at what point, dog, especially with the world going as it is today, does it just become to the point where evil begets more evil and the good's gonna go away?
Yeah. I don't know if the good is actually go away. Still a lot of good people. We doing we have fucked up water crisis going on up here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, we had got good national attention for a minute. Then it dies down, and then, we live off bottled water. You know what I'm saying? We live off bottled water up here. So it's a fucked up situation. It's not great by no strength. But now it's kind of like the government failed us. They don't, and then they don't want to seem to help. They're like, fuck it, man, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's still fucked up.
And I'll tell you right now, Frank, I intend within the next year to get up there at fucking... Oh, shit. Sorry, I did not turn that bullshit off. I definitely intend to get up to Flint within the next year, dog. And I'm going to make a video because... Frank, fuck it. You're up there. Dude, and I know you know enough people. You should just walk around door to door with a glass and fill it up at random faucets and show how fucked up that, because I know that water looks fucked up, dog, right?
Yeah, like it's sometimes sometimes it comes out brown, sometimes it comes out clear. You wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's like lead coming through the pipes. So, it's undetected. You can't see it. Sometimes some of the lead you can't see with the naked eye. It has to be tested. So what they do, they got water cylinders up here where they give out bottled water. There's a lot of water cylinders around here that's giving out bottled water. And that's the situation we live out there right now,
That's...
Like, they got them like, kind of like a fast food restaurant. You got bottled water cylinders. Fit up like fast food restaurants. And, that's the way that we have to live until they can get that situation fixed, where they can actually fix the pipes. Because the pipes are starting to let lead in the water from when the water was, when they changed the water system first, and then the water went through and it fucked up the pipes. Then they got to switch the water system back to Detroit water, but pipes are still fucked up, so it's still they coming to the water. You know?
See, yeah, and I actually had a conversation with, actually you previously. If you guys want to check that out, you can go check out the previous Project Born interview I did with Nitty and Frank. And then, as well as I've had a conversation with Bootleg about it. And I just don't get, dude, like, because I look at that, because, dude, look. Oh, Christ. I'm sorry. Like, my brother, right, is, one, I don't know what the fuck his delusional problem is, Nitty. Oh, my God. Right? Because I was talking to him about that situation, you know, with the pipes and everything, and they're still being contaminated by lead and this and that. And this motherfucker, right, wants to look at me and be like, how do you know they don't have a political agenda? Hey, Frank, you got a political agenda, or do you just want goddamn clean water? What the fuck?
What? Us have a political agenda? For what? Oh, we want clean water. We don't deal in politics.
And they can have a well
with
clean water.
Look, Frank, look, that was my brother. He works for the government.
Hey, you know the thing about it, you know, when you make a statement like that, like, we're not into politics. So how are we having a political agenda? We're not in politics. What we have a political agenda for? All we have for a clean water. We got kids up here that's getting fucked up. You have long-term brain damage and stuff like that. And you really think that we have a political agenda behind that when his kids being fucked up?
Well,
that doesn't make sense, man.
I know my brother does, Frank. I don't. I think it's ridiculous. Fuck. I mean, I don't even know. Look, dude, when he was sitting here talking to me, I wanted to punch my brother in the fucking mouth, dude, just for that. Like, he's calling me a fucking left-wing conspiracy nut. And I'm like, what? Because I think motherfuckers in this country should be able to go to their faucet, turn it on, and drink it without having to worry about dying?
Right. This long-term situation is going to come from this, man. You know, we have to bathe in this every day. We have to, I don't drink water out of the faucet. You know, I don't. Sometimes I forget I cook. I jump back to, I cook, with it sometimes. Get up back there. And then, I have to, I have kids that have to bathe and shower in it. Plus, we have to. You know, sometimes they break out sometimes like a motherfucker. You know, and we didn't ask the water to be changed. They changed it on their own. That was they call. We didn't ask for that. If we got an agenda, we would have been like, well, they changed the water. We didn't do that. They did it. And then they let us drink it for a year and a half before they even figured out that shit was even fucked up. Which I could tell it was fucked up when they first started coming out because we used to run the water. It would smell like sewer. Like, ooh, the stink. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I started really fucking with it like that. We like, we ain't drinking that water. We going to start trying to drink bottled water. But we still bathed in it, cooking it like, it was nothing. So this was they were new a whole year and a half before they even brought it to the table. But they had been new a year before they even brought it out. They knew because they started changing the water systems for like some of the hospitals and some of the government companies, the state companies. They start letting them use different water. And the whole year they've been new the whole time. They never told them. And then in the midst of that, they raised all the water prices 30%. Now the paper water we couldn't even use, we wasn't even supposed to be using, but we were using. They give us boiler advisories, and they were like, well, with lead in the water, if you boil it, that brings the lid up. That doesn't take away nothing. That doesn't purify the water. So they was killing us on every level. They lied from the jump, and they knew it when they found out a year before. They didn't tell us a year and a half later. They knew already, and that's the problem.
See,
that's the problem, man. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, and like, look, Nitty, I agree with you. I want to point that shit out, like, a fucking 100%. Because I've talked to several motherfuckers that live in Flint, Michigan, which was the problem I had with what my brother was saying. I'm like, I'm like, I really don't think Chris Polk, Frank Nitty, and Bootleg got political fucking agendas. I really don't. What the fuck, you know?
Why we have political agendas? We have politicians. What angle are we trying to get out of? What are we trying to get out of the deal?
Clean water.
There's nothing out of the deal we're gonna get. Right. We're not gonna try to kill ourselves and have our children grow up with brain damage. Or we want to fuck up the system. So it just, like, you know what I'm saying, it just, you know, it gets to a situation, man, it's crazy to deal with. You know, it's kind of surreal to deal with. You know, you think about it like, damn, that's fucked up. But what I believe their agenda is, they want to try to make Flint a college town. So I believe, you know, it's one of the poorest, you know, cities out too. So, plus 60% African American. Yeah. They figure, oh, well, we can run a little, you know, it's a poor city. We drop this on, you know, and they never find out that the water's not great. And they figure like this like a super in the water, we never find out. But that shit's a thing. And they had people from Virginia Tech tested the water, and Virginia Tech man came back and said this water's got lead base and kids, and it's going to be brain damage to kids. And you know, once you know kids breaking out. You hear me breaking out. You're talking thoughts all over their body. Yeah. You know, and we're trying to figure out why. We're trying to figure out this. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is that? We go through this for a year and a half before they come to the forefront and say, well, you know what? Something has to happen. We got to get bottled water up here for these people. If they can't use this water is not good for them. A year and a half. How much damage has been done after a year and a half? People not knowing.
Dude, I don't even honestly want to contemplate how much damage that is done. It's honestly not even known at this point, just because the slow side effects the consumption of that is going to have, you know? And it's baffling to me to hear from my brother what he said, because I know for a fact he ain't the only motherfucker thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like Frank, I hope I'm right in this, but I think it was Bootleg who was talking about, like, he's got to take, like, showers quick as fuck, and he still breaks out. Yeah. And then the thing that really made the Flint, Michigan situation to where it was just irrelevant is the fucking president was shown sipping water from Flint, Michigan. No, it was Obama. There's a video of Obama. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm right, aren't I, Nitty?
Yeah, did Obama come up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up here.
Yeah, see,
he dumped a cup of water and said it was safe to drink. I'm like, dude, that wasn't accurate. He came up with one cup of and they don't, and it was, you know, filter water.
Oh, you're goddamn right.
He said it was safe to drink.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, said come up there on a daily basis and shower in this shit every day, and bring your daughters up and let them shower in it. Let them, you know, let you cook in it. Let you bathe in it. You know, you don't understand the magnitude of it unless you live here. You have to live here.
Well, and like I said, you're right. I don't, because I don't live there. And that's what offended me about my brother talking the shit he did as far as political agendas and this and that. Because I have, like I said, I've talked to several motherfuckers in depth about this issue. They fucking live in Flint. You know what I'm saying? Quite a few. Mm-hmm. And it's, I don't get, like, why the fuck do you think an artist and a musician has a political agenda about having proper water? That just, it doesn't make sense to me. And I agree with Bootleg as far as the whole thing with the president drinking. It did make a large portion of the society be like, oh, well, it's okay then. And look, I know for God, a fact, Nitty, fucking Obama wouldn't walk into my house, or any other president for that matter, and drink out of my faucet without filtering it. Right? You're telling me they went to Flint and did that? You shut the fuck up. You're full of shit.
Right. Yeah, they filter water, give them a cup. Well, okay, I can go down and drink a cup of water. I go down there and drink one cup of water right now. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna kill me. Probably won't kill me at the time. Plus we got the little filters on our sinks and everything too. But that doesn't take all the lead out. So then they started to say, well, don't take none of the damn lead out. I'm like, okay, so you drink a cup of water. That's okay. You bathe in this shit every day. Drink this shit every day. Wash your clothes in this shit every day.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? They don't get. They like trapped in the room. We had to say, fuck, we had to go get bottled water. You know, we run out of water. We had to go back to the place, back to the drive-thru. They load you back up. Come back when you're out. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got hundreds of bottles of cases of water in their house. Backed up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, fuck this, Frank.
Backed up.
Look, I'm not gonna be able to get up to that area for a minute to do what I want, just financial circumstances and such.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm not, because I'd love to be able to go and do what the fuck I'm talking about right now. But
I'm hoping by the end of the year.
Huh?
You can go online, man. It's like, you know, people like Russell Simmons came up here, Snoop Dogg, them, they all come. Russell Simmons came, he went straight to these ladies' house, man. He was telling them about, he was going to people's house and he was going to look at the Russell Simmons on YouTube or internet. And Russell Simmons trip to Flint. And he was people, and the lady was telling him all about her child and everything. And they went off the water, and they were showing like this brown water. You can see, just go to Flint Water Crisis on YouTube or wherever, and just go through all the footage that they got so far. Just go through it, like everything. You know, you see the lady talking about her kids and stuff that happened. You know how to take care of her kids and stuff. Like, go through it. Just go on there and look through everything that they got so far.
Holy shit!
You know, and you will learn. And you will learn a lot through that.
I just Googled that shit real quick, Frank. I did. And look, for anybody that wants to say this is a fucking political agenda, fuck you. Go Google that goddamn shit. That includes my brother. For real. I will tell my brother to fuck off saying this shit is a goddamn political agenda. Look, if this is a political agenda, then so is motherfuckers not wanting to get shot. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's fucking a gay community in ISIS or the fucking dude who's an autistic therapist laying on his fucking belly trying to talk the autistic kid, or on his back trying to talk to the autistic kids where he didn't freak out, and that motherfucker gets shot for that. No,
right.
It's standard human fucking rights, man, and that's what this country is supposed to be about. How has this been lost, man? Like, what the fuck happened?
Right. I tell you, man, it's totally real, man. I tell you, everybody better get every job, man. It's real to fast come to an end.
Man, I just honestly don't know, Frank. Because I look at the situation, man, and like, it's terrible. But my honest opinion is, without some kind of revolution, and I hope it's a bloodless one, as Anonymous, supposedly, because who the fuck knows if it's Anonymous again, said they wanted, we need a change of power. Because the people in power now, one, most of them are just from old money. You know what I'm saying? It's like these motherfuckers didn't do shit to earn their money. It's fucking 3 generations ago. This motherfucker did something that made him huge and successful. And it just carried out through generation and generation. It's just a bunch of entitled pricks. That's what it is, right? There are very few circumstances where this isn't the case. But that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, as far as, these major changes, you know, if you think, like, as far as government power goes, you know, there's some people with some good ideas they want to go across, but you got to go through so many outlets to get them done, where it seems like there's nothing can happen. It can't nothing happen with one person made a thing. Me personally, I think it should go, well, whatever's right for this country should be done. I don't give a fuck who comes up with it. I don't care if you're a Democrat, you're an asshole, you're a damn horse on the farm.
Hell yeah.
If whatever's right for this country should be done, it shouldn't be, this ain't Republican thought up, or this ain't Democratic thought up. We can't back that because it's not our party. Motherfuckers, if it's right, goddamn it, back it. the health of this country back it. Whatever happens with the country, it backs it. And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, with this presidential election coming up, it's kind of like, I got, you know, you kind of take, I kind of like, you got to go with the lesser of the evils. You know, at first I was Hillary. Then, you know, Hillary starts to be questionable a little bit here and there. Then, you know, I started listening to Bernie. I thought Bernie started making a lot of sense. And I thought Bernie started making a lot of sense, you know, really. And then I said, well, you listen to Trump's bullshit. He just talks shit. So I can't take Trump's shit. Trump's problem is he done cost too many people. You can't just women. You can't be make up racist comments, and then you don't like the message you want to do a war. That's his problem. That's too much separation. That doesn't work for America. He doesn't work for America because he doesn't have an agenda at all. I think he's kind of shocked that he got this far. I know he's probably sitting there like, fuck, how the fuck did I get this fucking nomination? And now he's there. He doesn't have a clue what the fuck to do. He said, well, fucking I want to build a wall. Well, what are you going to do about this? Well, I'm just going to build a wall. Okay, what the fuck else you got to do? What are you going to do with the deficit? You know, the economy is starting to go in the right direction now. Now, the next person has to be the person to continue this momentum. You know, and that's the problem. You know, unemployment's down. You know, the auto industry's back booming. You know, the economy's back going straight. Okay, the next president has to be the person to take this wave and run with it, has to take it to another level. How? I don't see none of these motherfuckers being that person. And that's our problem right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Trump definitely can't. He doesn't have no agenda. Trump doesn't have no agenda. And that's my problem with Trump more than anything. You know, more than what he says now. Some of the stuff he says makes some sense. No matter how stupid it sounds, some of it makes sense. But, okay, I hear what you're saying. What are you going to do? Build a wall. Don't fix it because motherfuckers are building tunnels.
Yeah.
How in the hell you got a wall and they got tunnels?
For real. Like, I didn't get that one. He's like, it's going to stop all the drugs and everything from coming across. Like, motherfucker, ain't you ever watched Weeds? That shit's a tunnel, you dipshit. And not a fucking...
Thank you.
Like, goddamn.
Thank you.
Fucking, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Tunnels. Yeah, that don't make sense. So, that doesn't make sense for one. And then two, like, we'll stop taking up for the countries over there. They're going to pay us to take care of them. Like, to take care of them, like, you know, we're kind of like trying to police the world. And you know, while back I used to think like, damn, USA's always in somebody else's business. But then you think it's so much as having world peace. We have to go in and keep peace here, you know what I'm saying, because we have, you know, business dealings that go from China to here, you know, Japan to here, you know, whether Iraq to here, whether it be oil or whatever. We don't keep that peace, then a lot of oil gets fucked up, a lot of shit gets in bad hands, and then everything's gonna go up over here. So I can understand him saying, well, we gotta charge these people for this kind of protection. You know, well, if that's the case, you know, then we're exporting all this. We're about the center of everything that happens, damn near. We're at the center of it. We should be pulling in enough money. How are we not?
I'll tell you what, man. You brought up oil, too. So I want to flip this conversation a little, man. You know that oil pretty much across the world is set to the dollar standard, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And you know there have been a couple countries that have tried to switch oil to the gold standard, and we invade them.
Right.
Why do you think...
Like with Iraq?
Yeah, Iraq, Afghanistan was another. I want to say Kuwait at one point, but that was in the 80s. I mean, it's been an ongoing problem. Why do you think it is, as a country, that we are like, no, fuck you. We are the world police. If there's a problem, we're going to deal with it. And if you want to try and step away from our system, we're going to bomb you. what kind of, like, how as a country did we develop that mentality, dude? Man, I don't know, Frank. I don't fucking get it.
Because we have to be in control. We have control issues. You know what I'm saying? Then we have control issues. You see the thing, remember back a while back, it was USA and Russia was the two most powerful, countries in the world. Russia was just as powerful.
Yeah.
And somehow Russia just imploded itself. I don't know how. Somehow Russia just fell off.
Oh, dude, I really think the thing of Russia was it was just the country was so spread apart. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that's what I see happening to America right now. You know what I'm saying? Is the country being so divided that it's going to end up split up into smaller countries. That's bad.
I don't see that happening. I don't see us splitting because there's no way you can split like the states up. Say, well, this is going to be just that. Americans, man, we're not going to go for that. Right now, kind of like where we got it, about where we're going to have it. But I think you can segregate the people, and it ain't nothing but a classic case of divide and conquer. They're trying to say we're going to put black against white, we're going to put the police against the regular civilians. When it all boils down, it's us, modern people here living, and the government. They're trying to dictate everything that goes on around here. They say, well, you think about it. Just think about this for 1 second. Think about how we are, how all the laws are set. You think like, okay, say like speed limits. A speed limit 70. So why the hell is cars made to go 120?
Yeah.
That makes sense? Why? Why did the car go 120 if I'm not supposed to go 120 if the speed limit's only 70? It's the highest. Or 80, or it's 80 over the west somewhere. But why does it go 120 miles per hour?
Man,
you see what I'm saying? They set you up to do a lot of crazy shit, man.
Why do you think that is, Frank? Why do you think that we like
money?
The whole thing with the
money.
I hate that answer, Frank. Look, I feel like we were better when we were on a goddamn barter system for real, as opposed to this fucking bullshit. Like you're fucking with either
everything is about money.
Yeah, but you're fucking with either one.
Everything is about money, man.
It's either zero ones that are representing the cash in your account. It's all fucking digital, which means it doesn't really exist, or a piece of paper that doesn't have the gold to back what it's worth. So it's a piece of paper. What the fuck more is it than that? It's only worth what we value it at.
Yeah, but money. They let money run the world, man. That's where you see like I think somebody made a song where it was more or less like, for the love of money, a motherfucker would do anything. It split brothers, it split mother and father, it split mother and son. It'll cut loyalty. It'll cut. Money makes you kill. Money makes you steal. You know what I'm saying? Money makes you rob. You think about it. They do a lot of stuff for the money. They set this up. They set it up for you to fail. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they start to get comfortable and they say like they really have money. But you really don't have money because they can come in and take it when they want to. So man, everything is about the money now with them. That's why it's certain things that can't be bought. I always tell people, I say, man, you know what? My loyalty to my friends, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I'm not costing my man for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't live on this world being a snitch. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I can't live my life like that. There's certain things. My manhood is about not to be bought. So it's not a price on my manhood.
It's that whole line from Scarface. It is. It's that line from Scarface. And it's the reason that I've got one fucking word tattooed on me, and it's the only word I'll have tattooed. And that's honor, right? Because I feel like it's starting to lack in society. Because all you got, like Al Pacino said, is your word and your balls. And I feel like so many people are like, well, I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want, and who cares if I stand behind it, because no one else stands behind what they fucking say. And the more that perpetuates upon society, dog, especially with us teaching this, because that's what we're doing. We're teaching this bullshit to the younger generation that, you know, your words are relevant. Just fucking do whatever you want and say whatever you want. That's why I tell my kid, listen, your words ain't important if your actions don't reflect what you say. Your words are fucking irrelevant if your actions don't back that shit up. They become just words, and it might as well be me reading fucking Game of Thrones, and it's that fucking fictional, you know what I'm saying? I might as well be reading about dragons and hydras and fucking motherfucking casting spells if you're sitting there not backing your word up, because it's the same level of relevancy at that point. I just don't see why we've let it evolve to this level, dude. I really don't, Frank. It just confuses me, because, I mean, for real, and even in this, with me stepping into it the past 7 months, I've ran into motherfuckers that they'll say this, and they'll say this, and they'll say this, and they don't do shit, Frank. They just say it. Like, so shut up, for real, and go away.
Right.
I don't have time for you.
Right.
Why have we allowed our political system to de-evolve to that?
Man, they control us through the media, man. They control us through the media. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, they got, not like I said, they're trying to put white against black. You know, and instead of us looking at it and saying, you know what, you're not falling for that bullshit again. You still have, you know, some whites and some blacks going at it like they're the problem, you're the problem. No, they're not the problem. These are the ones killing people. I don't give a fuck, white, black, police, I don't give a fuck. You motherfuckers, they killing fucking people on a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So they're looking so the thing is they want us to be white against black.
Oh, real quick.
Because they figure if we can get,
Oh, on that note, Frank, I have to call myself out on some stupidity for real that I think my wife's gonna, the second I say a couple words, gonna, and this is only due to a post that you put up, I want to point out. Is motherfuckers are putting this Blue Lives Matter, right? And god damn, dog, I'm gonna sound like a moron when I say this, but I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I stand by my word, and I think what I think, and
no fuck given.
Yeah, but initially, dude, when I seen that Blue Lives Matter, I was like, are motherfuckers trying to be sarcastic assholes talking about people that are blue matter, like actual blue skin tone? That's how I took it. I didn't relate it to police until I seen a post that you made, I think, yesterday, right? Which was, I don't remember the exact post, but it was to the relevance of, you know, if this pisses you off, then you understand why Black Lives Matter is relevant. You just don't give a fuck, right? And I read that, and I was like, oh, they meant cops by Blue Lives Matter? Here my dumbass thought they meant fucking blue people. So that's, dude, and the second I realized that, I was like, for real, like, the motherfuckers are gonna want to throw and like the Blue Lives Matter thing out compared to the Black Lives. The motherfuckers want to say white lives matter, all lives matter. I've seen Juggalo lives matter. I've seen no lives matter. I've seen every goddamn variable that you can think of. I don't, and look, again, everybody listening, I'm white. I don't give a fuck, though. I am. That's just the truth of it, right? But again, I'm a human fucking being. I am in the same race as everyone listening, unless someone's listening in outer space. And if that's what's up, that's what's up. That's dope. You know, Wadi Budia, whatever the fuck language you speak out there, right? But I don't get how people instantly wanted to take it to that level and just take that message, which is relevant. That's why an autistic fucking therapist got shot laying on his back, you know. I mean, it's obvious it's relevant because that's the biggest crock of shit I've seen in this whole situation was when I seen that dude get shot like that. It's absurd. And you want to take it and flip it everywhere you can to make it your agenda, right? I don't see how people just aren't like, it is all lives matter, but that's not the problem right now. You know what I'm saying? The problem is cops, and especially with these motherfuckers. You was talking about, Obama with the filter water and all that. Like, these cops doing this shit who are supposed to have fucking cameras on their fucking shit at all time. Oh, well, when that happened, well, my camera wasn't working or it fell off or this or that. Really? Really? I don't buy that.
Right. You already know some bullshit in the game. And the moment I say all lives matter, that's like, I see things say, if that's the case, all lives matter, then everybody should be out marching. So this is becoming a problem with black folks, getting killed by police. If all lives matter, then everybody should be outraged. Because this is bullshit. These people who are not black, and they look at it and they're outraged. Like, you can look at it and you're outraged. Like, you don't see no problem with that? Little kids, you see the one where they shot the little 70-year-old girl? They ran into the wrong house.
Wait, what?
And shot the 7-year-old girl. Yes, in the bed. She was going to warrant check or raiding somebody in the house, but they ran to the wrong house and shot a 7-year-old girl. Look it up on the internet.
God,
it's fucking pathetic. Shot the 7-year-old girl laying in the bed asleep.
Look, and I don't remember who I was speaking to when this got brought. I think it actually might have been... No, it wasn't you, babe. I don't remember who the fuck it was, Frank. I talk to too many goddamn people anymore, I'll be real honest. But don't cops have tasers for a reason?
Right. Like,
there are non-lethal options available. Shoot a motherfucker with a beanbag gun. Or a beanbag gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that shit's gonna hurt like a motherfucker, and you're gonna fuck them up, but you ain't gonna kill them. You're just gonna knock them the fuck out real quick, and they're gonna wake up going, God damn my face, right? But they'll be fine in a month or two, and they'll heal up from all that, No, these motherfuckers want to take all kinds of dumb shit, and I understand this because, you got standard citizens walking around with AR-15s, which I think is a little fucked up, like, why do you use the stand? I don't know, though. Maybe anymore we do need AR-15s to defend ourselves from the bullshit that's about to happen. I think that sometimes, too. But I see this shit about people just walking around with AR-15s like open carry, because I know it was a issue at the Republican National Convention. I don't get why you wouldn't instantly, like, because an AR-15 is a big fucking piece. It's not something you can hide. So, you're going to be able to walk up to that dude as a police officer and be like, hey, man, what the fuck? Why did you have that on you right now? It seems excessive, And that's not what they do. They fucking run up, guns drawn. Not even tasers drawn, guns drawn. And if you draw a taser and that motherfucker's got an AR-15 on his back, you can tase that motherfucker and drop him long before he gets that AR-15 up in his shooting position and able to do anything. So I don't see why they instantly go to a lethal method, man. It doesn't make sense.
No, it don't. Like I said, it should have got out of hand so bad, man. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, man. No, you don't get no more. Yeah, you just got out of hand.
Yeah.
And people don't, what people feel to realize about the whole situation. I be going through this. It goes down my time all the time. This was I seen like USO white guy, big white guy. First he was there, we got with him, fighting with him, then he tried to tase him. He taking the tasers, still fighting. So he done fought him all the way outside. I'm talking about fighting him, punching him, everything. There's two of them, they couldn't get him down. They still chasing him. He still don't go down. He go out the door. They still fighting him. They take off running. Never once they ever decide to go for the gun. To shoot him. All right, boy. Has he been black? He's been dead.
God.
And that's like, that the video right there kind of like, you like, dude, I've seen blacks for less being shot being shot. I mean, when I'm talking about he fought him, he was punching and slamming. They was on him. He was on them. They was on him. He could have at any point grabbed that gun and killed them.
See, yeah.
My thing is, I didn't say he deserved to be shot, but I said they need better takedown techniques or whatever. They chose not to shoot, which I probably think was a good idea. But by being two of y'all, that should have roughed his butt up. They couldn't do it, so they tased him. That didn't do it. After that tase, somebody would have gave him one in the leg at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if the motherfucker... Look, and that's the thing, too. Like, how are they shooting these motherfuckers center mass? You know what I'm saying? Aren't you, as a police officer, trained to aim below the waist to where it's a non-lethal shot? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you right now, if somebody busts into my home, one, I honestly don't have a piece. I'm going to come on a different, more old-school violent level. But I'm not going to aim for something that's lethal right off the fucking bat unless you're hurting my wife or my child, right? That's the only way I'm instantly going to go to where it's like, dude, fuck you. You can die and go to hell because you are fucking with my wife and my child. But if you're just in my house and, like, causing some kind of crazy fucked up issue, dude, I'll hit you with the broadside of a sword right in the fucking face before I cleave your fucking head or stick the motherfucker halfway into your neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to instantly do that. So I don't understand how they don't think, don't shoot in the neck, head, or chest. Go for a kneecap.
But you have a right. If a motherfucker coming around, so it's kind of a different thing. Like, if you see you in the bed, you and your wife, your child's in the bed, and somebody's in your house. Jump up. The kid's in another room. Person come up the stairs. Say they got a little knife or anything. You don't know what their intentions is. Their intentions may be. For one, you in my damn house. That's violation number one. You ain't got no reason to be up in this motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot first, and I'm gonna ask questions later. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know what your intentions is. You're in my damn house. I got my kids in here. I'm not taking a chance of your ass or nothing. I'm gonna lay you down. Hey, God rest your soul, but you ain't no business in my damn house. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different scenario.
But even
they come in and do something.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, hey, look, if somebody broke into my house in the middle of the night, I'll be real honest. My wife can attest to this. I've walked out my front door because I heard motherfuckers fucking around on my fence in my underwear with a fucking 3-foot machete in my hand, talking about motherfucker what? Now mind you, I live in a small town. I don't live in a place where motherfuckers be fucking around like they do in Flint. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only like 1,000 people in the town I live in. So it's a totally different fucking level than the town you live in, dude, because I know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's a different level, but at the same time, a motherfucker walks out in their drawers with a fucking 3-foot sword in their hand, talking about motherfucker, leave my goddamn house alone. One, that dude looks like a fucking madman. Sorry, I am, folks. Right. That's just kind of the case. Can't help it. It's just the effect that the world has had on me. But, it's also puts across the instant impression that, don't go in there because he's got 2 dogs and apparently a lot of sharp objects that he has no problem using. And I don't get, I feel like the officers that we've got doing all this shit, for some reason, and Jesus, I don't understand why, have come to that same mentality. Like, they feel like these motherfuckers are invading their home, like their personal fucking property, and that's why they're acting like they are. And I don't get that, dude. You are set up to protect and serve, not fucking be a dick and fuck people up.
Right. Some of them will just be regular traffic stop. You want to start asking all these questions. You want to do this. You want to start grabbing you. You want to start busting their windows out. Kids in the back. Come on now. It's got to be on a certain level. Now, come on with that.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. That got out of hand, man.
That's like the guy, oh, God. Fuck. Is it terrible I really have to think about, what shooting? Jesus, man. That's just the fact that I've got to give thought in each state. It's fucking terrible, dude. It should not take me that much thought to think of, oh, well, where was
You're
that cop
drinking,
that
too.
shot this motherfucker? No, but it was the one that was sitting in his car.
Austin,
The one that was sitting in his
Oh,
car,
Austin.
dog.
I can't remember that.
Austin.
no,
Or
that was
Yeah.
that was Felipe Philando Castilla.
Yeah. And
Philando Castilla.
the dude is going to put his fucking hands up and get shot. Like,
Right. They said no. What happened with him was they asked. He said, "I'm a licensed carrier." He
yeah.
said they said, "Well, let me get your ID." So he went to try to get his ID and he started shooting. What the fuck? Like, are you serious? You want to get my ID like you told me to, and you shoot me 6 times? They're gonna say easy. Okay, well, give us the gun. Give us the gun first. Step out the car. Here's your ID. Give me ID. And we'll do a routine type of stuff from had to do with somehow the driver didn't have a seatbelt on or something like that. It was regular type of stuff. It had nothing to do with fucking with him. But they ended up over there fucking with him, and then he's dead. So.
And 6 times, Frank.
6.
Like, that's
with the girl
conscious...
and the baby in the car.
Yeah, oh. God. Like, how... I mean, because that's a conscious thought. Look, you do not pull that trigger 6 fucking times without you thinking about it.
Right.
You know, I'll give you 1.
Right.
Maybe 2. Right? Before it is a conscious, like, thought that you have thought through. But you shoot a motherfucker 6 times, you have thought about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And even in that situation, why the hell did he have his gun drawn? Why didn't he have his taser drawn on that motherfucker? Because I'm telling you right now, that dude's sitting in his car. If he'd have tased him as opposed to shot him, 1, he'd still be alive. 2, he'd have been incapacitated right then and there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like because they've got them ones that shoot and you can continue fucking sending an electrical charge down when you're at a close range. God, dude.
But you know what? They didn't have no reason to even tase him. For what? They had no reason to even touch this man at all. He did nothing. But he did what you asked him to do.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Look.
Do what you asked him to do.
I'll tell you a fucked up situation, and God, this was right before I turned 21, right? My plates had expired on my car, right? And fucking, I got pulled over. I don't think my wife has ever heard this story. Yeah, she's looking at me like, what the fuck?
This just happened.
No. I was 21, right? I got pulled over. And my buddy and me both had weed. You know what I'm saying? And that dumb fuck, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. You're a dumb fuck if you're listening, by the way. You really are. Put his shit under the car seat, right? Knowing they were going to take it and fucking tow it off. So the cops found that based on that case. Like, this is a little town in Brazil, in Indiana, dude. It's a puny-ass town. It's about the size of the town. Well, it's a little bigger than the town I live in now, because, like I said, I'm from a small-ass town, dog. And they find that weed, and we're walking home. I was, like, probably 4 or 5 miles from my house, but we're just walking. All of a sudden, this cop car swoops the fuck up, dude. And this motherfucker comes out holding a 9mm, aiming it at us, over a fucking bag of weed.
They so petty, man. They so scary, man. They scary. Everyone they put once somebody put by, they scary.
I think that's their intention, dog. They just want to scare us. Like, I don't. Like, this ain't scare tactics.
They scary.
Hosted by Joe
scary.
Rogan.
They scary. They scary. All you think they come out with the guns first because they scary. They don't. They instead of them problem solving, just saying, you know what, blah 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 blah. Fuck it, I took the bag of weed out the thing, put it in my pocket. I'm gonna smoke it with my buddies later. They want to come back and make a big issue of a bag of weed. Why?
Oh, dude.
Why?
Yeah. It was fucked up.
Don't make sense.
And I mean, I'd already almost had my head blown off by a 12 gauge at that point by a drunk associate of mine. So I'm like looking at this motherfucker like, why the fuck are you pointing a goddamn gun at me over a plant, you piece of shit? I didn't say that because, you know, Frank, I'm not trying to get shot and shit, but I really wanted to, you know, but because I'm like, dude, you're holding a gun on me over a plan that does way more benefit than harm, you know, and that's why you're doing this, because you're told to, right? And God, dude, can we go into some conspiracy theory a little bit, Frank?
Yeah.
So, I've heard a lot of things from a lot of different people, and I'm sure you've seen the posts as far as people saying that these shootings are set up, or they're fake, or this or that, and they're set up to where the government can take our guns away. What's your opinion of that?
So my daughter was making noise. Hello? Repeat that again.
Oh, well, no. I'm saying, like, I've heard a lot of people, and I know you've seen these posts as well, talking about that all these shootings are either set up by the government or a conspiracy by the government to make sure that they can take all of our guns away as far as just the standard population, and then be able to enact martial law. What's your opinion of that, man?
They can't take all the guns away. It's impossible. Too many people with guns. It would take too much money to have to try to do it. And then, where do you think puts the guns down here, man? You really think that average black guy or average white guy from the hood can find AR-15s normally by themselves? That's just shit here for a reason. What these guns are put down into the ghetto for a reason. That shit don't come. We don't bring none of that shit in here.
Yeah, that's like.
That shit brought down here for a reason.
Yeah, it's my motherfucking crazy ass brother, the one that's fucking talking about fucking Flint's got political agendas, and apparently you got a political agenda. Fuck my brother for that shit, by the way, Nitty, for real. He can fuck off righteously, dude, because so many reasons, really. I ain't got time to list them all. But he's the kind of nut job that's got a fucking AR-15 because he does, you know? And that's some motherfucker who works for the government. He's white as fuck. He's a goddamn nerd. He couldn't... Oh, my God. Frank, if it really, like, popped off, like, hardcore, dude, my brother would puss out. For real. I know for a fact. Yeah, because he's already said, and I know this is a far-fetched situation, but he's like, oh no, if like a zombie apocalypse ever happened, and whatever, it probably never will unless it's government engineered. That's a different story altogether. He was like, I'd shoot myself right off the bat. I'm like, motherfucker, you got a goddamn AR-15, and you're telling me you're afraid of fucking some slow-moving bitches. What are you gonna do when it's the fucking real human beings busting down your fucking door, talking about, bitch, give me your guns, sit down, lay on the fucking ground, put your hands in the fucking air, this and that. Like, you ain't gonna go grab your fucking AR-15 that you got to defend yourself. You're gonna do what the fuck you're told or get shot. That's the end of it. And those are the motherfuckers I see that got the AR-15s. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's shit around this city. Shit, everybody got a chopper. Chopper is the gun of choice.
See, oh wait, now chopper. You mean
everybody got a chopper.
You mean an AK, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's what I thought you meant by that, dog. And see, like, for real, that's the other thing. Like, they say they're going to take all our guns away. You're sitting there like, everyone around there has got a chopper. Do you really think the government can go door to door and just start taking everybody's guns without motherfuckers start shooting them? Like, you really think...
Oh, yeah, it's going to be some shooting.
Yeah.
It's going to be some shooting.
It'll start a fucking... It'll start a civil war, is what it'll do.
Yeah, one thing, man, if the American people all come together, man, and cut the bullshit, the government ain't got a chance against us all. We're outnumbered.
See,
the thing about it is that we have to stop the bickering amongst each other, you know what I'm saying? But, that's not going to happen. But If we do, we can stand up to the motherfucker like, look, man, this shit's not gonna fly. You know, so this is not gonna fly. This not gonna fly. This not gonna fly. This not gonna fly. We're not letting it fly no more. Y'all been fucking us over for so long. We're not letting it happen no more. And some shit got to be changed. And we got to stand as one. Blacks and whites march. Blacks and whites do this. Blacks and whites. We start this. When we start to see change. Until then, they say, fuck it, we'll make you motherfuckers think y'all against each other. And we'll let them throw resources against each other. And then let them take each other out. You know, and I got to even, you know, be put on my own people. You know, I won't sit and say we've been the greatest culture by a long stretch. We do some good shit, but we do some fucked up shit too, and bring some of that shit on our own self. So, you know, the thing is, as a people, we got to do better. We got to do better. We do a lot of dumb shit, and we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't gonna put the blame totally in certain areas. I'm telling you, it's across the board that everybody has to do better, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's across the board, you know. And when we ever get to that conclusion, then we'll be better, man. Until then, we gonna have problems.
So, man, and because I know it's terrible, because everybody just kind of wants to talk, and I've seen this said before too. Everybody just wants to talk about the problems and no solutions, and I agree with the solution you just introduced, because it's a thing. If we all looked at the government, like every person in this country, and was like, hey, what the fuck? You gonna fix this?
Right.
Or do we have to?
Right.
Because that's your option.
Right.
Like, you know, what do you think, man? I know you said you never think it's possible. Do you think, though, that there's some underlying factor, pardon the pun, based on my name and all, my bad, that we could do, whether it's, I don't know, fucking adjusting just the economic level of the world, or fucking, I don't even know what to propose in that situation, because the main thing that I would say is just make it to where the playing field is more level for everyone. Like, because look, I've seen the middle class go away in my lifetime, almost to where it's non-existent, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, dog.
Yeah. Let's say the playing field becoming even is going to be so far down the road, and, you know, and let's just, you know, now I think it's where it's a lot of I think the people, I think they're getting scared. I think you know, I think they're losing power. Some people don't think enough to be able to curb situations to where you can get more people in support of you, and you get more done. Like I say, it's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's strength in numbers, and people don't understand that. And until that's adopted, and a lot more things are resolved amongst each other, so we got a long battle to fight. Tell you, your kids to fight, your kids to fight it. You know, and you know, the perspective of people has to be different. You know, like I said, it goes back to one thing: treat people the way you want to be treated, and that's simple. But you know what fucks it up? The media. They report what they want to report. They say, well, fuck it, we're going to report this. We're going to report all this shit that these cops are killing all these blacks. You hardly ever see them showing them killing the whites. It happens. More than, like, people argue, say, yeah, there's more than it does to black folks. Well, where is it at? No, I want you to go look into the thing. You see where an unarmed white guy was killed in the same context of the black man doing, and they posted this shit up somewhere. They don't do that for a reason. They say, well, shit, we do that to them, it's just going to be another killing. We do it to these black folks, and they see this, it's going to be an uproar. And then when the uproar comes, that they think, okay, well, we can split the country. The black folks don't start blaming the white folks, and instead of seeing who's really at fault here. And the media does that. They do that to divide the country. They do that. The media is set to divide us, not to pull it together. They're never going to show all the unpeaceful marches. They're going to show all the burning, the 10 to 15 people that did all the burning and ran into the stores and stuff. They're going to show the 3,000 people that marched peacefully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's a situation, man, where it's a fucked up situation here. The media gives people their opinion, and what's posted on TV is about what we get to see, and that's what we get to opinionate, and it kind of rides the wave on all the people. So that's set up. It's the government does it that way. The people over Fox News and CNN, they do it that way for a reason. The separators, because they know if these motherfuckers start to figure it out, like, man, we all on the same team and we uprise ourselves, it's going to be a problem.
See, look,
they don't need black and white folks working in unison, because if they do, if it ever happens, they're in trouble, and they know that.
Fuck that, man. I say the human race works together, because look, the only way we're going to survive what's coming, because eventually something's going to come from us, y'all. Something's going to come for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's an asteroid, whether it's some fucking alien species from 16 goddamn galaxies away that's like, hey, we want all that water. Whatever. Or what? Or alien dinosaurs, as my wife threw out. I think she's a little drunk, Nitty. What are you going to do? It's that's what we're going to need to be able to stand against that, is to be able to unite as a species, not as the fucking bullshit that we do. God, damn it, dude. I just don't get it, dude. And I'll tell you bring up the news networks, too. And I'll tell you, people use social media for all this. I'll tell you, the start of it was 24-hour news networks. Because that shit is unnecessary. We do not need news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because
one thing about that, shit. You do that 24 hours a day. You do need 24 hours a day. You know why? Because shit happens 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You think about how much coverage there has to be. There's so much news that has to be covered.
I get you on that. I get you on that. I guess, fair enough. So, we should have 24-hour news coverage in that aspect. But, the thing is, especially with the networks that you referred to, CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC, and all those other motherfuckers that run 24 hours a day, they don't report the fucking news that's going on, dude. They take one story, and then they feature it for a week and drive it into your brain and just like, hey, look at this. Hey, you remember this? Hey, you remember this? Hey, did you hear about this? Hey, what's up, man? Did you know about this shit?
It's
like,
not unbiased like it should be.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I just was saying, they do that for a reason. They do that to get they post what they want to. Like they say, they show a lot of the police killing blacks. They don't show this. They don't show this. The social they don't show this shit. That shit that you never hear about unless you just go across on the internet sometimes. Just start looking up all the instances that police kill white people. And just go there. And then you're like, damn, I never heard that. I never heard of that. I ain't heard that about that. You never heard about it if you looked it up.
Look, you can't tell me, Frank, you ain't seen the posts on Facebook, because I've seen a couple of them here and there where motherfuckers are like, oh, well, more white people were killed than black people by cops in the last year, blah, 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 blah. And And they want to go off on that tyrant, and it's because of the percentage, man. There's a higher percentage of white people than there are black people in this country. So that's going to happen. And I understand, I agree with you as far as reporting on it. I don't know why they don't. But I think it's funny that people see this Black Lives Matter, and then the first thing want to say is, oh, well, more white people were shot. Well, motherfucker, there's more white people in this country. Are you fucking retarded?
Right.
Do you not pay attention?
Right. Right. But you know what? The thing is, you know why? It's like, now, I told him, wrong foot. Yeah, I told him break down how many of them who were either serial killing or mass shootings or something like that. Tell them break down how many of them innocently unarmed have been killed.
Oh, Frank, all I got to say is it's so funny that you said that, because the second I finished that statement, my wife is like, they were probably assholes that deserved it, too, referring to the white motherfuckers that got shot.
Right. Right. I said, I'm just saying, unarmed, like, you can go through, you go back to Sean Bell. Hell, what happened with Sandra Bland? They don't have a clue what happened with Sandra Bland. She died in police custody. And nobody don't know shit. She killed herself. Motherfucker, she wasn't distraught. How the hell she killed herself? One of my homeboys, people from Flint, and named actual facts, it was his rap name. He died in police custody in Houston. I think it was Houston, Texas. In Texas somewhere. He died in police custody. Hell, Freddie Gray died in police custody. What is these motherfuckers miraculous? These motherfuckers are in great shape. What do you mean these motherfuckers end up dead? Nobody don't know why. Nobody don't know how. Don't nobody know shit. Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, look, that's like I say, go back to the fucking the cams they're all supposed to have. Why the fuck is it that half the time this shit happens? Oh well, my camera was off or malfunctioning. Like motherfucker, the
camera wasn't on. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't. Like, we don't pay fucking taxes to have your equipment malfunction every time you fuck up,
Right.
It's there to assure
and then, you know what?
The public.
Yeah, even crazier, you go back to Tamir Rice, 12-year-old little boy, with a toy gun.
Yeah.
And they come out, that might be even the worst out of all of them. They come out and they don't put the gun down, they don't say nothing. They just get out and shoot.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This is a 12-year-old boy. That's pathetic.
Wait, now how long ago was that, Frank?
That was this year? It was this year or late last year? I think it was this year. A few months ago. A month ago.
Goddamn.
February, I believe.
I'm thinking of a fucking shooting then that was like 6 or 7 years old, dog, where that happened. Because I know it happened like 6 or 7 years ago, too.
Yeah, to me, right, it happens so much, it's hard to keep up with it continuously.
That, like, dude, just, like, right there, the fact that it's such an issue that you sit here and tell me something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that. It was, like, 7 years ago. And you're like, no, dude, it was a month ago. And I'm like, well, fuck, I guess it was both, and that's slightly depressing, Nitty. It really is, dude. It just...
It's starting to happen too much more. Like I gotta tell people, if it happens one time, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's black, white, purple, gray. If it happens once, it's an injustice, and everybody should be outraged. I tell the people man, you should be outraged at the injustice. Not so much of what color the person was that done it, but the injustice that it is that happened. These are injustices. So with that being said, everybody should be pissed off that the dumb shit is happening, and these motherfuckers. The thing about it ain't so much that it's happening, is that these motherfuckers are walking for it. They walking. You know what I'm saying? They get paid vacations and then are being acquitted. That's the problem.
I think that's the part of this whole situation really that baffles me more than anything. Is like, because look, I know for a fact, I could walk out and a motherfucker could openly threaten me. And if I shoot him 6 times, dude, I'm going to jail. I don't give a fuck. They're gonna be like, dude, you shot him 6 times. That was excessive force.
Right.
Go to jail.
Juggalo jail?
Right. Right. You want that jail?
It don't make sense, Frank. It doesn't. And I'm telling you, I don't know, man. And like we talked about the news networks too. I swear to God, I trust the Daily Show and the Nightly Show for my news more than I do MSNBC, Fox News, any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like and those are on Comedy fucking Central. What does that tell you about the news networks we have? When I trust a fucking station that's a comedy station more for my news than I do the actual fucking news networks. That's a problem.
You know who I miss? Sugar Slam.
Yeah, that lets you know, man. This guy, man, too crazy out of him, man.
I just, dude, there's got to be a solution, man, and at least something that's. I mean, because I know what we do right now, we need to ostensibly apply a Band-Aid, you know? I just don't know what that Band-Aid would be, man. Just a Band-Aid that allows the wound to heal and hopefully makes it to where this goddamn shit stops happening, which I thought was going to be the fucking, the cameras they got. Apparently my wife thinks it's Sugar Slam, but I don't know what the fuck. I think she's just trying to start shit, Nitty, over here.
Sugar Slam.
What are you gonna do?
No.
But you know, I initially thought that was supposed to be the cameras, man, you know, when they installed all those. And then they do
Not
that.
Everyone has them though.
And yeah, but even the states that they do, when there's bullshit, oh well my camera didn't work. Well then why the fuck did we fucking pay for them and put them on your ass in the first place?
Right. Right. Right, you right. You're right. The motherfuckers, man, they ain't giving a fuck. They ain't giving a fuck at all.
Look, well, like I said, hey, it's no fucks given. But, I mean, when I say no fucks given, understand, I don't give a fuck if I offend you with my opinion. But there are things in this world I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like I was talking about my brother earlier, dude. And he don't give a shit about this world. Because he ain't got no kids. He ain't got nothing. So when that man's dead and he passes in 60 years, done. I got a 7-year-old.
Right.
I want my 7-year-old to be able to live in a world that is not chaos or just to a point where every decision she makes is controlled and she has no choice because of the way society is going. Dude, I got a problem with that, dog. And I really feel that's like the way it's going. If we continue to let it do what it has, then it's going to get to the point where they're going to take our choice.
Right.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, see, I don't even know, Frank, and that's the problem, man. Like, sincerely, it's a situation where I think the other problem is, sincerely, is so many people are just not willing to talk about it. Why do you think that is?
Right. Some people are scared of living service. They gotta stay in good graces with certain people to make money. Like I said, get back the money. And people think like, well, he should feel this. I am not going to support what he feels if he feels he's going. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it goes.
And
what's good statement?
Yeah, as unfortunate as it is, dog, I really do understand. And I think that's the problem, man. But I think it's, like I said, I know it's people with money, but look, there's people like me and you, dude, and we ain't in that 1%, right?
Yeah. I don't give a damn about the money. They feel you want to say it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
For real. I'll say what the fuck I want. And I think that's the problem, dude. There's so many people at the level you and I are at, and below it, and slightly above it, you know, in all perspectives, they have a problem speaking on these manners. And I guess perhaps it's because they're worried that they're going to get some kind of backlash from it. Look, I frankly don't give a fuck, for real. I'm speaking my mind on a matter that I think is important, because it's going to cause a problem within our society that's going to get us to a point where we're all screwed as a whole if we don't fix it. I just don't understand why so many people seem to be scared of it, Frank. I really don't. Short of money, do you think there's something that scares people away from talking about this?
Yeah, the loss of money. People don't want to learn a lot of stuff, but people don't want to be known. And I hate to say it always comes back to just, people are scared to lose money. You know, the one thing I guess they see, one thing is like even some of the black folks scared to lose money because they figure like, if I say the wrong shit, motherfuckers ain't gonna support it. All the other shit, but if some motherfuckers who don't care, they say whatever, you like it or you don't. If the injustice is injustice, they don't care.
I can't tell you how many times, Frank, I've said some shit on this show, and I'm like, fucking, some motherfuckers are gonna show up and shut my radio down.
Yeah, shit. I don't like stuff like that, man. I don't wear it. I might say something that be so crazy on record, and they like people might look at me like, man, what the hell? I'm like, dude, that's my mind that I say it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's the problem, dude. We've become a society far too willing to edit ourselves on our personal opinions. But at the same time, for some reason that I don't comprehend, we're completely willing to spread hate. And I don't get that. Like, we won't state our personal opinions on some shit that matters, and it might offend somebody as far as, I don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And we got a problem doing that, but we've got no problem going on and saying, fuck gays, or fuck blacks, or fuck white people, or fuck this, or fuck that, or fuck the Republicans, fuck the Democrats, or, like, I don't get why we've become a society so willing to spread hate but not speak our mind.
Yeah, and and a lot of them are not down with really spreading much love either, hate, and a lot of people just don't. They got this whole world designed up, man, to especially in the black community, they got it where they built it for us to be separated, for a lot of fathers and mothers not to be together. A lot of kids, man, doing a lot of crazy stuff. They say, well, we're gonna take real hip hop off the internet. I mean, off the radio, off the internet, stuff like that, in the video. And we're gonna put this artificial stuff on there that glamorizes popping pills and doing coke and stuff like this. And we know that the young black kids are gonna do it. And when they do it, it throws them off balance of where they're trying to go. So they feel like they're glamorizing it. Instead of saying, well, we're gonna put some positive hip hop up here to make them strive to go to college. They don't want educated motherfuckers is their biggest fear. They don't want a lot of walking around here. So that's why, even radio does it. They start to put up this crap, and they start to say, well, this is the cool shit now. They got these motherfucking men on here wearing tight-ass pants and wearing blouses and skirts and shit, and start saying, well, this is the cool way to look for a man. And then you see these little motherfuckers start to put this shit on, and they look like some damn food. And you like, dude, that ain't what no man's supposed to be. That's not manly. They do this through, splitting households and stuff like that. That's just not manly.
God damn. Fuck. I hate when a motherfucker makes a negative ass point like that. Like, and I got much love for you, Nitty. I like to think you know that, you know what I'm saying? But for real, fucking, I hate when somebody makes a negative point like that, and I can't do anything but agree because you're right. I'm like, fuck.
Well, it is. You got to. Some people don't see it. They don't look at the writing on the wall, man. They don't, and a lot of people don't get to understand this is what the hell is going on, and and what they do is they overlook it. They just overlook it, like me. I'm with my kids all the time, every one of them, and I got 10 of them. You hear me?
Damn.
I got 8 daughters, dude. 8 daughters. So my main perspective is to try to hope that they get to visualize how a real man makes it happen. So I mean, we live with every day, you know. A few years ago, my children's mother passed. You see what I'm saying? And I've been mama and daddy for a little bit now. So it's like, it comes to a situation now. I want them to understand it. There's nothing given to them in life. You got to work for everything you get. Ain't nobody dropping shit in your lap.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for no man to do nothing for you. You can do stuff on your own. Out of them malls, hey, we just old enough to work, start working. So I got them into working. Come on, it's old enough to work. They work. I try to get them to understand this life ain't easy. It's not going to be fair. You're a young black woman. You got 2 strikes. You're a woman and you're black. So it goes down.
I didn't expect
Man,
it to get
sorry,
like that.
my dogs are getting all ferocious over here, Nitty. My bad about that.
Yeah.
God, dude.
So, it is what it is. To me, it's a fucked up situation going on out here, man. I tell people all the time, pay attention, man. Just pay attention to what's going on.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. I fully agree with you on that. Nitty, I really do, dog. Is there anything you want to touch on that we haven't?
Yeah, I touched on gathering weekend. It was lovely. ICP done put on a wicked ass show. I knew you probably got peeped out that with Wizard of the Hood.
Look, Frank, look, how you gonna have a 2-hour series conversation with me and then make me jealous that I missed that, dog? Cause fucking, if there was ever a show,
that shit was hard.
If there was ever a fucking 45-minute stage show that I'm just like, oh fuck, I wish I could have seen that. It was Wizard of the Hood, because that was a spectacle, wasn't it?
That shit was amazing. I got to see. I actually got to see it online. Somebody recorded it. Not seen it online. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't really when I'm there. I don't check out too many performances. I sometimes go and check out some, but ICP is the last one to go. So by then I'll be trying to get out to leave the traffic. But the Wizard of the Hood, I've seen it. I watched and it came together great. That was one of the best shows I have ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Not just they put on, because I done seen ICP put on some shows.
Yeah.
That was one of the best shows I have ever seen in my entire life. The way they put it, the way it was choreographed, the way they pulled it together, man, was brilliant. Whoever put that together, man, I gotta take my hat out to them. That was shit. Jay and Shag them and Twisted and Blaze them. They put that bitch together great. That was well thought out, man. It was well thought out.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell
yeah. That was well thought out, man. You got to go online and see that, man. You got to go watch it, man.
Oh yeah, if
you got to go watch
video,
it, man.
Yeah, I'm about to actually go do that right after I
man,
you
go. As soon as you see it, man, you're gonna be like, God dang, man, you gonna go crazy. As soon as you see it, like, man, this shit was so fucking fresh, man.
Well, hell yeah, because I'll be real honest, Nitty. After this deep ass conversation covering just the fuckitude of the world, if that's a word, if it's not, fuck y'all, I just made it up and we're gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something to fucking bring up my spirits, because goddamn, I'm telling you right now, this conversation with Frank Nitty,
nice, man.
Yeah, a Project Born, no BS, featured the smallest one. Go pick up that Born Supremacy, y'all.